There's a trading opportunity in 2024 that could change your life. In fact, over the last 30 days, I've made close to $50,000 incorporating this strategy. And inside this video, I'm gonna unlock the 3 steps so you can incorporate it and start having success in 2024 and hopefully beyond. But first, you need to know exactly how I spent 10 years preparing for this one moment. Now, before we dive into the strategy, you need to understand these 4 truths that I've learned in the past 10 years in the stock market. Understanding these is the difference between using this strategy and making 100% or using it and making 1,000%. Let's dive in. So truth number 1 is that the stock market goes up over time, consistently. And most people think they know that. And they think it's too obvious for me to tell them that. But what they don't know is how to apply that. Let me give you an example. Back in the day, I started trading day 1 with Tesla, $20 a share. Today it's worth $250 a share. That's 1,000% increase. So from the last 10 years of me trading, do you think I've made 1,000% on my account? The answer is no. And the problem is most people in the markets are trading micro moves on stocks that are going to go up macro over time. And they think they're successful. They think that's the way. They think keeping your cash in cash is the best way to utilize your money. But they're sadly mistaken, because when you utilize market momentum over long periods of time, you don't have to babysit your account. You don't have to manage the trade every second of the day. More importantly, you don't have to go on tilt and do dumb things. It doesn't matter how much you make as a trader, it's how much you keep. So the best thing I learned day 1 that I realized today, just buy great stocks and hold them and don't trade them, because that's the way you consistently grow your cash. So once I learned that one principle of just utilizing the fact that markets go up over time, I thought to myself, when's the best time to buy the dip? When's the best time to ride a trend? So truth number 2 is understanding that the certain macroeconomic conditions will set the stock market up for not just 1 or 2 months of bullishness and success, but we're talking about years. And if you can maximize years of a trend, that's where you can make the most amount of money holding great stocks, holding great options, holding in general. So here are the macroeconomic conditions as well as the underlying conditions in the index fund you have to pay attention to. Number 1, what I realized is that the velocity of rate hikes can really drop the stock market. We saw that in the last year. There was too much rate hiking. Rate hikes, they're not a bad thing. The market can handle it. The Fed knows how much we can take. They have a very tight gauge on the economy every single day. So they're not going to do anything that puts us in a terrible place for the overall US economy. But the one thing the markets don't like is fast rate hiking. So if we flip that, what's the best economic conditions? Flat rates or cutting rates? Those lead to tremendous bull markets. And if you watch that and wait for that, that can help you identify the biggest trend. Number 2 for macroeconomic conditions is going to be the inflation rate. So if that is rising too quickly, markets don't like that. We can take steady rises on these conditions, but if they're too fast and too quick, it's not going to be great for the economy. So if we're looking for the best markets to buy and hold stocks, we want inflation to again be flat or dropping down. Now the underlyings that we look at for an index fund that tell us it's the right time to buy and hold is the VIX. And over time, I've watched the VIX pretty much weekly. And if the VIX is down, trending under 15, that is the ideal bull market holding VIX. And if you see that happening, you know the market's going to be safe and trending for months and years and possibly multiple years. You might be wondering why a low VIX is correlated to a great buy and hold market. Well, the market can only sell off and hurt investors the amount that the VIX is at. So if the VIX is 10, the market can only sell off 10% in like a 30-day period. So if the VIX is 30, the market could sell off 30%. So people don't want to buy and hold in that environment. And for you to buy and hold, that assumes there's too much risk out of the gate. But when the VIX is under 15, it's low risk for investors, and that's like the Bollinger Bands. If you've seen a Bollinger Band, the width of the Bollinger Band tells you how much the market can move up and down. So if we have a tight VIX, think about it as like a tight Bollinger Band. The market really can't move that much down or move that much up. And that is a huge bonus if you want to look for a great bull trending market. And truth number 3, this is the most important you have to listen to. What's the best thing you can buy in a bull market? So first off, if you buy the index fund, you're making 30-50% in a crazy year, which is not really going to create full-time income for people with less than, let's say, $50,000 in their account. If you bought volatile stocks like growth stocks, you have a chance of doubling your money. ARK can double, Tesla could double in a good market, SoFi, Palantir, all those stocks. But it's a lot of risk. We saw those stocks drop 90% in the past year. So we don't really want to be going all in on growth. You don't know if they're going to be. It's too much risk, honestly. But during COVID, I saw this picture and a light bulb lit in my head that I can't turn off. And this is the greatest opportunity for traders in bull markets. One guy bought Tesla long-term options that were up 10,000%. So when I said Tesla went up 1,000% in the stock, options went up 10 times that in COVID. So that turned this guy's $100,000 account into multiple millions. We're talking about $4-6 million in 1 year. So that lit a light bulb in my head. And once I saw that, once I understood that, I can't stop thinking about it. And I waited for that moment. Because if you can nail the right bull market with long-term options, sky is the limit. So when we dive into the strategy I'm going to teach you, it involves utilizing those long-term options. And truth number 4 that you need to understand when you're buying these options is don't sell them. Don't sell them anytime soon that you would normally do. For example, in our trading group, right now, we bought Chewy options out for 1 year. You would think it would take like weeks to make any type of money. One day, 30% on a leap option. Think about that. One day, a 12-month option paid 30%. So imagine what a 12-month option can do 300 days or 200 days. We're talking about, like I said, 500, 1,000, maybe 5,000% in the right market. So what you don't want to do is sell it for 30%, 50, or even 100. What you want to do is sell options against it. It lowers your risk, allows you to bring in capital, allows you to bring in passive income through the options decaying, and more importantly, you can continually do this and ride the trend. It's like a covered call on steroids, where for a covered call on Tesla, you got to put in $20,000. You're making $1,000 per month typically, 45 days. But if you buy a Tesla long option, let's say it costs $3,000, you can sell an option on that, make the same amount of income. $1,000 on 3,000 compared to $1,000 on 20K. I'm teaching this to you because I'm letting you guys know this is the most capital efficient strategy to allow people to bring in full-time income with not a lot of money. Now that you understand the 4 key truths that took me 10 years to figure out, I want to tell you my 3-step strategy to make as much money as possible in 2024. And just know, you're getting in with me at the ground level. This is just the beginning, and that $50,000 that you see I'm up right now, I have no reason to sell any of those leap options right now. We're holding for the long run and multiple months out. So we'll talk about the 3 steps and how to identify these opportunities so you can do it on your own. Step number 1, you want to find a stock that's fundamentally cheap. And I made this mistake. I've lost $20,000 to $40,000 buying the wrong leap options. And this is because I bought growth stocks when we were in a massive sell-off. That rate hike spree that we saw the last couple of years crushed growth stocks down 90%. So when I was buying those, they weren't fundamentally strong stocks. And so when the rates increased a lot, those stocks went down a ton. But you know what didn't go down? Great stocks and great fundamentally strong stocks. And those actually made all-time highs during that same period of time. So you can still make money in down markets with this strategy. And that's the mind-blowing thing. That's the difference between me 3 years ago and me today, and how you're going to see this strategy just crush it in all markets. So let's talk about how to identify fundamentally strong stocks. Number 1, PE ratio is just how profitable the company is. So generally speaking, companies that have been around for a while that are boring, you want to find them under like a 15 or 20 PE ratio. For example, we were buying Verizon 3 months ago, 7 PE ratio. Historically, that's super low for Verizon. Historically, that's super low for all stocks. And that led us to make 120% in a matter of 2 months holding Verizon Leap options. And that's the power of just buying safe and boring companies at the right times. So that PE ratio is 7. I'm telling you, look for 15. But in some cases, you can take some swings on stocks at like 25 to 30. These are stocks that have been around for a long time, but they're growth, they're tech, they're Microsoft, they're Meta, they're Apple. They have higher PEs because they can grow more. Their margins are higher. Target's making 2% bottom line with the margin, and we have Apple making 30%. So they're cash heavier stocks typically, but they are still safer. So that leads me to point number 2 with fundamental factors. Make sure the stock is profitable. I'm not talking about just profitable today, this quarter, but for years. Years and years of profitability is super important if you want to buy leaps that can survive any market. And the amount of profitability, the margin, is super important because I'm not looking for 1% margins, 2%. I'm looking for 10 and above. That tells me the stock has customers buying all the time, and they have the pricing power to make money from these customers. So if there is any type of inflation for the company or inflation ramps up, they can still be profitable to a good degree. And lastly, for fundamental factors, you just pull up a chart of the company, look at their revenue, make sure it's been going up over time, not up one quarter, down one quarter, up 50%, down 50%. You want to find companies that are just clicking off the same revenue every year and slowly increasing it. And this is actually pretty common for many stocks in the market because, again, inflation means you can price things higher. So if you can do that, you can still raise in prices with inflation and still make more money. Now, step number 2 is look for stocks that are technically cheap. And this is a real quick one. This is actually something that is based off of RSI. So if you look at RSI, it goes from 70 to 30. And 30 is a buy signal, 70 is a sell signal. When you see a stock at 30 and it's fundamentally cheap, bang, bang, that's when we're buying heavy. So think about daily chart, weekly chart, monthly chart. RSI needs to have hit 30 at some point on any of those charts. The higher you go on the charts, the time frames, the higher chance you have of hitting the bottom, not only hitting the bottom, but making more on the way up. Because when RSI goes from 30 to 70, people sell at 70. But if you have that room to run 40 points up on RSI, that's how much money you can be making to the upside. So a lot of people like buying stocks when RSI is at like 50 or 60. That doesn't give you a good margin to have the stock run up before it meets resistance. But if you're buying dirt cheap stocks, you have months of holding before you're going to see selling. And that's the beauty of just understanding applying a simple indicator can help you time massive moves on great stocks. And one more pro hack about this is if you missed, let's say, that 30 entry, it was months ago, and it dips back down, there might be an opportunity for divergence. This is where the market makes a low, a double bottom, a new low, and the indicator doesn't. So if you see divergence, that's also another reason for me to start buying. I love divergent entries as well on high time frames like the weekly or monthly. Now, when you see this light up, the green on fundamental and technicals, everything's perfect. Here's how you buy the options, and here's what you do when you're in the trade. So we're looking for 12-month out options or more. The more time you have, the more you can sell options against it. But you don't want to go out 2 years because you're getting less leverage. You're paying more for less leverage. I find like 12 to 16 months is the sweet spot. And once you see the stock running up or the option making you money, we're up 30, 50, 100%. What you want to do is sell options 30 to 45 days out. You can sell options when you hit a technical level. Let's say you hit resistance. You could sell when you hit RSI 70. You could sell some options just because you get nervous about the market, but you want to make sure you wait till you make money, and then you want to make sure you're 30 to 45 days out. Let me give you one example. We have LUV called out in the Discord. These options are up over 100% at this point. They're just crushing it. We sold options 30, 45 days out for a higher strike price, and we brought in $1,000. So let's say we're up $2,000 on one trade. We bring in $1,000. We protect $1,000 of profit, but more importantly, where the stock is now, let's say it's 28 for LUV, and where we sell the option, let's say it's at 30, you can still make money from 28 to 30 on your long option. And that's the beauty of like a covered play. You can make money from the run up. More importantly, you make money from the decay of the option you just sold. So you sell that option, that decay is in your pocket too. So it's a 2 income stream play only when you start making money. You don't want to limit your upside too quickly because these can run, like I said, 500 to 1,000% in a good market. If you limit your upside at 30%, you miss 10 times that. So it's not worth it to sell options every week, every month, only at the right times when we're too extended. And that is exactly how we buy these and manage these plays. So that is my best trading strategy for 2024. And this opportunity is literally every single year as well. But the best bull markets will run this strategy up to some insane levels. So if you want my trades, if you want to follow me in the Discord, hit the link below, grab your 7 days. We're literally calling out all the plays I'm personally buying in my portfolio. And you guys get to take a ride with me in 2024. We'd love to see you on the inside. Peace out, traders.